The narrative elements and narrative techniques. And what is the main difference between narrative elements and setting, which means the time and the place, when and where the story happens. He is a person against the protagonist, which is considered or at the evil side. Then we have the plot. The plot is the most important events or all the events which build up the story. All the events. We divide them into rising action. Then it reaches to be the climax, and this is considered the most important problem in the story. Then we try to solve this problem. It's called here falling action till we reach the resolution, and we have here the moral lesson or why we wrote this story or the writer wrote this story. Then we have here narrative techniques. Narrative techniques here, it's like when you cook, you use some spices here for your food or to add it to make it more delicious, yummy. So we have here from the narrative techniques, it's called setting the scene. And we have a question always come at the exams, how did the writer setting the scene? Can anybody answer? How did the writer setting the scene? Huh?
He described the environment about in the place of the story.
Excellent. اللي هو by using descriptive language. I mean that last winter the weather was gloomy, rainy, there was a thunderstorm, whatever. So this is here is going to be a gloomy story. That's right. So here, just from I can expect what is going to happen from the setting of the story. I can predict. Okay. Then we have here past tenses. We use past tenses. So past simple, past continuous, past perfect. So all the stories supposed to be in the past tenses. Then we have here point of view. And point of view, can anybody tell me what is the first narration or the third narration? Huh?
Using and we and
for the first person,
yeah.
We use I or we. So I am the hero of the story and I am the narrator. So I tell the story too. Or I could be me and Mazen are the heroes of the stories and we're gonna tell the story together. Or the third point of view, which is
we use he, she, or they.
Excellent. When I use he or she or they, so I'm talking about other people. I am not in the story. I'm telling the story only. So here I use he or she or they. And we have here something is called foreshadowing. What does it mean foreshadowing, Abdurrahman?
You can predict what will happen next.
We can predict what will happen next.
Or maybe there could be a
So cliffhangers is without ending. So to let the readers read what?
More excited.
More excited the next chapter or the next part of the story, or
maybe even make their own.
Use their
excellent. Use their imagination to put a suitable end. Everyone is going to put a suitable end for the story. Excellent. So there is a result for the event or for the action. So I use here cause and effect. It's like exactly I study hard to succeed. Okay, this is here cause and effect.
Yes.
I study hard to succeed. Why do we study hard? To succeed. So this is here. This is cause and effect is considered?
Yeah.
No? Yes?
I succeed because I succeed because I study.
I passed my exam because I studied hard. So this is cause and to get more details about the character or a specific event. He wants us to know something for the hero when he was a child, for example, or when he there's something. We have here, this is the most important part here, we have figurative language. What does it mean by figurative language? Figurative language, like what? Like what? Figurative language. Ha, Omar?
Like the simile and metaphor and personification and illustration and onomatopoeia and the idioms.
Excellent. So simile here. Can anybody get me an example for simile? Any example? Huh? Yes, please. No? Tamam?
The man is like Ahmed. The man look like Ahmed.
Look like Ahmed. So this is simile. Okay, so
The man ran like a lion.
a man runs like a lion. Okay, so this here means when I use as or like, so this is simile. Metaphor. When I say Mazen is like a fish, in the water. So this is considered simile. If I say Mazen is a fish in water, this is metaphor. Personification. This means what?
For dance like
So when I say flowers dance like a girl, this is considered personification.
the human.
Yes, human characteristics to none. I said against. Can anybody tell me what I said? Yes, Ali?
Non-elements are what make the story. The narrative, the techniques are like spices for the story.
Excellent. So this is here is considered the basics to build the story by using setting, characters. Now we're gonna have here a worksheet on that. We have some here words rule for 5 minutes. So just 5 minutes. Yes. Just 5 minutes, okay? So we have here 15 words, but just 10 sentences. This means that we have more 5 words. We will not use them. Just we have here 15 words here and 10 sentences only. Just 2 minutes, okay? Was anybody finish?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna start now with this group here, Abdurrahman. You're gonna answer your group. You're gonna answer the first 3 sentences. The first 3 sentences. Just number 1. Abdurrahman, just read it, please.
A series of events that follow the climax.
So, what is the answer? A series, which means a group of events that follow the climax. No, yes, good answer, please.
Following action.
So this is here is follow the climax, which is going to be following action. Excellent. Yusuf, number 2. The events which make up the story are from your group. Yusuf. The events which make up the story is the plot. Is the climax. What's the difference between if I want to say the climax exactly? What can I say? Yes, sir.
This is the main problem in the story.
The most important event in the story or the main problem, but here he talks in general, the events which make up the story, build up the story. So this is the plot exactly. Number 3, sentence number 3. 3, yes, Abdullah. A series of events that build up tension and lead into the climax. Into the climax are a series of events that build up tension and lead into the climax are
Conflict.
conflict. Conflict هو ايه؟
Something
So this is a conflict. It could be between who? Between the hero of the story and himself, between the hero and society, between the hero and another person. That's right. As we said here, that we have here what? Protagonist and antagonist. That's right. Protagonist, which presents what? The good or bad? The good side of the story. But antagonist presents what? The bad side. So here the conflict between both of them, which leads us to have here what? A climax. Okay? So here is considered a conflict. Thank you very much. I want this group. Omar. Omar, number 4.
A problem faced by a character is a climax of them.
No.
Conflict.
This is here is a conflict. When I say a problem faced by a character, this is here the conflict. But number 3, a series of events that build up tension and lead into the climax is the rising action. This is here is rising action. So number 3 is rising action, which leads to the climax. Okay? But here the problem faced by the character is conflict. So number 1 is
Falling action.
number 2,
Conflict.
number 3,
Action.
number 4.
Conflict.
Excellent. Keep going, Mahmoud. Number 5.
Similes are meta.
Number 2, which? Claude.
Similes, metaphors, and onomatopoeia are figurative language.
Figurative language. Thank you very much. Excellent. Thank you. Fadl.
It's bringing a story alive and gives details about characters, direct and indirect.
And this is very important question. What is the effect of direct and indirect in the story? This is so it brings the story alive and gives me more details about the character, like what? Feeling, thoughts, behavior. That's right. Attitude. Is it right or no?
Yes.
Okay. So here, this is number. Yes, Lutfi. Yeah.
It is used by the writer to give hints about what comes later in the story. Foreshadowing.
This is foreshadowing. It's used by the writer to give hints about what comes later in the story. So this is considered foreshadowing. And this is the opposite of foreshadowing? Flashback. Can you give me example for foreshadowing? Like what? Just give me hints about.
It could tell you that the sky was had a lot of clouds, so that would mean later in the story it might rain.
It might be, this exactly. Or when I say just my little brother always play with kites or fly kites, he always wear a uniform for pilot. So this means what? What is going to be in the future?
Pilot.
Engineer, doctor is going to be a pilot. It could be wrong, but this is what we predict from this. So the writer used here foreshadowing to give hints about what comes later in the story, what will happen later. Okay? And here number is
Ending a section of a text or chapter or even the story with an exciting open ending that makes you want to know what will happen next. Cliffhanger.
This is a cliffhanger, that's what we talk about. Yes, Mazen?
It's a third person or the second person, it's a point of view.
This is point of view. This is the point of view. What is the difference between first and third again? Can anybody tell me? Yes,
The
first?
first point of view is about I and about me and
I or we?
or we. I or we.
Okay.
Third person is about he, she, they.
Okay, excellent. Yes, Ali.
In the first person, the main hero is also the main hero is
Is
also
an
the guy who narrates the story.
Excellent.
While the third person, you don't have anything to do with the story. You just heard it somewhere or telling it to
So
someone.
I am not here in the story, but I'm just telling the story. So I say he, she, they. I'm not involving in the story at all. Okay? But when I say I went to see lion with my friends, we played, we swam, whatever. So we are the hero, or I am the hero, and I'm also the writer of the story or telling the story. Okay? And the last one here. Yes. It helps.
Help the readers to follow the sequence of the events such as then, next, after, why.
This is linking words, and this is very important to help the reader to follow the sequence of the event. We can use two techniques here to follow the sequence of the events. Can anybody say? Because we mentioned one of them now. Muhammad. Foreshadowing helps you to follow the sequence of the events.
Figurative language.
The plot.
So,
Yes.
figurative language,
Figurative language, okay.
special order,
Spiritual order, okay.
Chronological order.
Chronological order, this is one of the most important here. Chronological order helps me to follow the sequence of the event. What else too?
linking words,
Linking words, he mentioned it. Using linking words helps me to follow the sequence of the events. Number 3.
I think the past tense.
Excellent, thank you very much for that. Using the past tense, past simple, past continuous, past perfect. So those, we use them to follow the sequence of the event. Thank you very much for that. Now, I'm going to distribute here a passage. It's called the fire. Each group is going to have just a paragraph. I want you to discuss it with your group here, and then I want from each group just one person to summarize it in front of the class. Again, each group, what's going to happen? Have
only one.
One paragraph, okay? You're gonna read it, and then you're gonna summarize it. Just choose one person from each group. So this is here number 1. This is here number 2. Group number 3. Group number 4. Group number 5. And the last one, the last 7. Again, we have here papers for each group. Make it easy for you. Yes, hold on. Number 3. Number 4 again. 5 again. So this task will take about just 5 minutes again, okay? 5 minutes, please. Please come here. Yes, Omar. Okay, just come here in front of the class, Abdurrahman. Yes, come here, please, and go ahead. So just to have here 5 on the right. Number 2 is Ali. Number 3 is Omar. Number 4 is Fahd. Then number 5, and the last is the best is Muhammad. So can you summarize it for me? Yes, listen please. Listen please.
This story is talking about a person called John, who was on his way back to home. He saw smoke in the place he lived at, near the place he lived at. He was angry about it, and he was going to report that to the Ministry of Health.
Okay, thank you. Ali?
John went to check out the fire and was surprised to find that it wasn't a bonfire. It was actually a house burning, and he heard a plea for help from inside the house.
So somebody just say, please help me or save me. Okay, thank you very much, Omar.
When he saw that person, he remembered that he read a lot of stories about this situation, he believed that he must help this guy, but in the real situation, he was hesitated about helping him.
Taking a decision.
Yeah, he stopped for a while and he was hesitated. Shall I help him or not?
Excellent, thank you very much.
John looked at the house. He was confused. First, he didn't know what to do, but then he realized that he had to save the little girl in the house. He should not let her burn to death because it was against his moral values. And if he lets her burn to death, he would have guilt hanging over his head for the rest of his life.
Okay, then we have here. Yes, thank you.
Then he ran to the burning house, which is here the main problem, because he faced the smoke and saw the girl unconscious and laying on the ground. So he helped her.
He saved the girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Muhammad?
When the house was burning, he took the girl from the house and he ran out to go to take her to a safe place. And then there was a burning wood crashed on the floor and he was stuck there.
So this is here the ending of the story. So we don't know if he saved her or not. That's right?
It's a cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger. So we didn't know exactly what happened and the story ended. Excellent, excellent summary, and thank you very much for that. Excellent, thank you very much for that. Thank you. So now I'm going to distribute the whole passage for the group, and then try to answer the question. At the end again, I want you to summarize again what we said, that we have here the main difference between narrative elements and narrative techniques. And this is here the last procedure here for the closure, that you're gonna have exit ticket. What about the exit ticket here? Each student will write here just 2 narrative techniques. I want you just to write 2 narrative techniques. Okay, just any narrative techniques. Exit ticket. This is the last thing I'm going to do, that you're gonna do or write down just 2 narrative techniques. You have them on the board, you have the flashcard here on the board, so you're gonna write it down.